Okay, good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Everyday Weight Management Program launch. We are honored today to have an amazing guest, and we have Randy Ruff from Canada right now, correct?
Yes.
Canada, are you right now?
South of Ontario, near Perth. Wonderful little
Okay,
town.
awesome. So let me just give you a short intro on Randy because she is an amazing woman. And when I read this bio, I was like, well, no wonder she is so phenomenal at educating us. So, Randy has been a clinical nutritionist and a family counselor for over 30 years. Before that, she was an attorney with a large Philadelphia law firm. She earned a master's degree in theology in the late 1990s. And she's been a professional speaker. She's been on TV talk show guests dozens of times. She's the author of 8 books on parenting, family life, and natural living that I had no idea, so thank you for sharing that. And her mission has long been to educate as many people as she can about the tools that are available to help them live happier and healthier lives. And get this, after traveling with her family in 29 countries before she was the age of 20, she developed an amazing, rare worldview and a burning desire to contribute to the peace and happiness of the world. That's so awesome. And Randy has been with Nikken. She is a platinum. She's one of our Platinum Alliance partners, and I'm really honored to have her in our group. And she's been with Nikken for over 20 years. So welcome, Randy. Thank you so much for joining us today and helping us get educated on this brand new pack, which is right here. So we can go over that afterwards. And we'll have a Q&A session afterwards. So if you can just hold your questions, and Randy and I will do our best to answer them afterwards. So, okay, so Randy, why don't I put you on speaker view, and then why don't you share your screen?
Okay, great. Ruth, thanks for this opportunity, and it's an honor to work with you. Ruth is an amazing person, and it's just a treat. We meet the most wonderful people in Nikken. Mm-hmm. So this is my little slideshow about this phenomenal new program from Nikken. Can you see that?
We can. Thank you.
All right. Good. So we call it the Everyday Organic-Based Weight Management Program. And I like to call it a health management program because you can use it forever. That's the first thing to be aware of, that it's not a quick weight loss. Okay, we're going to, get rid of all your fat and then you have to learn how to eat. This is the way to learn how to eat. It actually helps modify and recalibrate your appetite, your energy metabolism, and everything. It basically rebalances your body. And that's what's so exciting about Nikken's whole philosophy is balance. So this is the finest attack on recreating nutritional balance in the market today. It's very, very exciting. So what this program does is it cleanses, balances, and energizes. So when the body's producing its own good energy and your brain is nourished, you don't crave carbohydrates, you don't overeat, you tend not to choose junky foods. Your body starts telling you the truth. And that's what I love about what Nikken's put together here. First of all, the organic based is really important because today we're inundated with toxins. Non-food things are in our food, and our agricultural system has all kinds of chemicals that manipulate the body in bad ways. So being organic based is amazing. And it's USDA certified, which means there's no antibiotics, there's no artificial growth hormones added to the foods, there's no high fructose corn syrup, no dyes, no artificial sweeteners, no GMOs, that's the synthetically engineered ingredients. There's no stuff left over from sludge, from agricultural fertilization, and no irradiation. And most people don't realize a lot of our foods are irradiated to get rid of bacteria, but it creates unidentified stuff that is alien to the body. So that's a really important part, organic based. And there's no other total weight loss program like this that is organic based like that. So the cleansing idea is to detox and flush out toxins. Rebalancing is to stabilize the brain signals about your appetite and to increase the thermogenesis. And then energizing the body is to, again, improve metabolism, get rid of waste, and make you feel like exercising, and also get rid of stress so that you can get a good sleep. So they've addressed all the elements. Of course, cleansing, you need to drink plenty of clean water, and Ruth can tell you about Nikken Pai water. Eliminate toxins as much as possible from your foods and your air and your water, and consuming more vegetables. Of course, these are all things we know, but Nikken's made it easier. The balancing, you reduce the carb input to under 100 grams, hopefully closer to 50. Eat good protein 2 or 3 times a day, and balance your fats. And then the energizing is snack on whole organic foods, get enough sleep, and increase your exercise to up to 30 minutes a day. So we know all of those things, but what I love is that Nikken's made it so easy. So the cleanse and detox part, this is a second to none supplement that cleanses and detoxes, and it basically supports the liver, which is the main detoxifying organ. And all of our livers are challenged today because there are so many more toxins coming in than ever were true before we hit the chemical age. So this cleanse and detox has chicory root, milk thistle, which is the same as silymarin, turmeric, bupleurum, and ashwagandha, and Shisandra. And all of these have been known for centuries as helping the body cleanse from toxins. So even before we had the chemical toxins in our environment, traditional societies were using these materials to help get rid of infection, to detox the body, if people drank bad water or something like that. So these are all recognizable, basically foods. They're herbs. Let herbs be your medicine. That's been said thousands of years ago. So the body recognized these as things that they can use. It's not just a quick fix. They're things that actually support the function of the liver. So it's very, very exciting. And it's recommended that you take that at least once a day, especially while you're on this program. But I think it's a life program. I will always take this because we need to support our liver, as I said. Then the digestion, that's another key component, because most people whose metabolisms or weight is out of balance, their digestion is not tip-top. Because if the digestion is really healthy, then all the nutrients go where they need to be, and all your organs tell you the truth, and you don't have the extra weight and the mood swings and the cravings. So this is called Digestion Complex 420 because it has over 20 different ingredients that help digest the 4 major food groups: the fat, the proteins, the carbohydrates, and the fibers. And again, it's based on vegetable foods. It's kosher and vegan, and so many digestive supplements have animal-based rennin and that kind of thing. This is totally vegan, which is amazing that it can help you digest everything. So those are the 2 supplements that go with this program. And the digestion, it's good to start with 1 a day and then add it 1 with each meal until your digestion is recalibrated. The core of this everyday organic-based weight management is your breakfast, and that's your Kenzen Vital Balance meal replacement mix. And it's really important to emphasize it's not a protein supplement. Although athletes who want more protein can just take it more often, but it's designed to be a total meal replacement. It has 1/3 of all the vitamins and minerals you need. It has 18 or 19 grams of vegetable protein that's highly available, easy to digest, based on peas from France, and also some rice protein, but mainly the pea. And it's 18 grams, and that's That's a third of what the typical person needs. Now, if you're an athlete, you're really stressing your body, then you might need up to 90 grams. So you just have an extra snack of the Kenzen Vital Balance. But the main thing is to get started because every morning your body calibrates its energy production. And this having a good quality protein breakfast is essential. Parents know that kids do better in school if they have protein at breakfast. And what's so beautiful about this is there's no carbohydrates in it. So you're not triggering that hypoglycemic insulin effect in your breakfast. So it also has chlorella and cilantro, which are very detoxifying. It has lactobacillus and bifidobacillus, which are the key healthy bacteria, the biotics you need in the probiotics that you need in your gut to increase your immune system and your digestion. And they now know that the immune system in your gut relates to your neurological system too. And they find now that with poor digestion, it affects your moods, it affects depression, anxiety. It's amazing. Once you have healthy gut bacteria, your moods are elevated and you feel more balanced. So this is an amazing product. And then another unique part of it is the medium chain triglycerides from palm kernel oil, sustainably grown in Southern Asia. And what the MCTs do is the body changes them to ketones and they feed the brain. The brain uses ketones and glucose to metabolize to make the energy of the brain. And that's where you get the craving for sugar, because if your brain runs out of glucose, you want the sugar or the caffeine to pull more sugar out of storage. But with the ketones, it balances. So the brain's like, okay, I have energy. I'm not going to crave carbs through the day. There's a wonderful enzyme blend that supports good digestion. And it's all formulated with things like spirulina, broccoli, alfalfa. So the body isn't just getting a big isolated bunch of nutrients. It recognizes it as food. So things tend to be metabolized and absorbed and utilized as natural as possible. So it tastes fantastic too. The vanilla and chocolate, you can mix it with Mag water, good quality water, or I like it in goat's milk. You can use almond milk or organically raised soy milk, that kind of just healthy. Mix it with something healthy, but it's great in water. It tastes fantastic. And if you're really trying to keep your calories low, it's only 125 calories if you put it in water. So then for snacks, we have the Kenzen Paleo Bar, and I haven't taken snacks since I was a kid, but when you're losing weight, it's important to not to reach to junky snacks. And these are the ideal snacks. They're called Paleo Bar because your great-great-great-great-great-grandmother would have recognized the ingredients. The berry cherry only has 3 ingredients. The almonds, the dates, and the cherries, and it tastes fantastic. The chocolate has walnuts and almonds and chocolate and dates. And the Tropical Delight has coconut, pineapple, almonds, and dates. So these are great. They in the first week or 2 of this program, it's best to really limit your carbohydrates so that your brain can recalibrate. So you would only want to have like 1 of these a day, but later on you can add it in once you're not craving carbs anymore. And or you can take 1 and cut it in 2 if you have 2 snacks with the Paleo Bar. So the ideal is to keep your carbs below 30 grams a day, at least in the first week or 2. But it's so important not to have the carbs for breakfast. That's the key. And then finally, we have the Kenzen 10-4. That's the 5th element of this everyday organic program. And this is phenomenal This is Nikken's entry into the energy drink market, and it's the finest energy drink available. It's based on the whole leaf of the organically grown matcha green tea, which has been treasured in Japan forever as a wonderful balancing energy drink. And it's the enzymes are there, so you don't want to make a hot drink, make it into an iced tea. It's sweetened with New Zealand kiwi fruit, so there's only 8 calories. There's no sugar in it, and it does have natural caffeine, but it's absorbed gradually because we're getting the whole leaf. So you don't get any jitters, you don't get any ups and downs. It's just a nice pickup, and we call it 10-4 because it's usually 10 o'clock, 4 o'clock that we feel that little dip, and it's a perfect pickup without ever having a jitters or an up or a down. You just feel really good about it. So it's just the kiwi and the matcha. So there's no other, all those other things they put in the energy drinks, the artificial caffeine, the sugars, the artificial sugars, colorings, all kinds of horrible things that you don't want to take in because that increases our toxic load. This next slide is suggestions for meals. Nikken's done a great job, but I always like to say that if you just do those 5 things, your own appetite will start leading you the right way. So with your breakfast, you want to start with the digestion and the cleanse and the Cleanse and Vital Balance, we call KVB, and then have a snack of your paleo bars or some nuts in your tea. Lunch, if you're trying to lose weight, it's good to do lunch again with the Vital Balance because it's got so many nutrients and very low calorie. Or you can have add a salad, and if you're not trying to lose weight, you're just trying to balance, you can have a regular but low fat, low carb lunch, and then we recommend a healthy, moderate dinner. And again, take your digestion and don't eat close to bedtime because your digestion needs to settle itself just like everything else wants to rest. And then you'll have more of an appetite for breakfast too, as long as you don't have a late night snack. So keep in mind that all of Nikken's nutritionals work together. If you want to add the jade green enzymes or other things to this program, it all works together. So I love that. So Nikken also has some healthy food combinations where you get some greens, you get some protein, you get some high quality fat like avocado, walnut, eggs, salmon. All of those are really healthy fats in balance. So you don't want fried foods where you got trans fats. And we read a book back in the 70s that trans fats were going to be a serious problem actually it was a Canadian nutritionist that I studied with. And he said trans fats were going to be a huge problem. So you want to avoid them. And he also said that there would be nothing left to commercial foods except advertising that they were light. And that was 40 years ago. Isn't that amazing? He knew that was coming. He was a biochemist as well as a nutritionist. So it's such an easy program. That's what I love. And so convenient and really ideal, organic-based everyday program. So you can get a month's supply of these 5 things. It's a great way to start. And you'll get enough to lose weight because you get a whole month's worth of meals, breakfast, and a whole month's worth of lunches. So you get a vanilla and a chocolate, and you get a sample of a box of each of the paleo bars, and then a month's supply of the digestion and the cleanse, and a month's supply of the 10-4. And it's an amazing program. I think it's one of the least expensive and the highest quality. So it's only like $10 a day, and it can be less if you get on the automatic shipment and get it every month. So it's a phenomenal. It is the best. I mean, it's been very hard being a nutritionist for 40 years and finding a real weight loss program I could recommend, but I have no hesitation about this. Nikken has done such an amazing job. So you can also say, I'm going to commit myself to 90 days. And that's the best way to really see a difference for yourself. And so you can get a pack for 90 days. And of course, the shipping's less because it's all coming at once instead of in 3 separate packages. So you can consider doing that, and Ruth can get into the details with you. So I highly recommend it. It's not a temporary weight loss program. It leads you in the right direction easily. You don't get irritable like so many dieters do. You don't feel deprived. You don't feel cravings. People are amazed when they take the Kinsen Vitamin Balance in the morning that they don't think about food until lunch in many cases. So it's a phenomenal program. So I'll stop my share and be available for any questions you may have.
Wow, that was amazing. Thank you, Randy. So yeah, go ahead, Dory.
Are there any animal products in this package for people who are totally vegan, for example?
Great question. No, there are none, which I'm very proud of. I'm not against animal food, but it's hard to get good quality animal food, and to package it for a weight management program, this is top of the line, completely vegetable.
That's
Even
great.
the digestion, like I said, so many digestion supplements use animal enzymes, but there are none here.
So there's a few pointers that I just want to add on, if you don't mind, Randy.
Sure, yeah.
So,
you know a lot too, I know.
So pricing for the pack as a retail customer is $413. However, the better way to go is to put it on auto ship and by saving an additional 25%. So that brings it down to $309.75. Hence, you're talking about $10 a day for 2 meals plus a snack plus a drink. There's no way you can go to McDonald's, even though it's not healthy, but go to McDonald's for $5, including a drink and a snack. And well, maybe you could. Well, it's very close to, I think what we were talking about, and somebody said, yeah, they'd spent $6 or $7 at McDonald's. I'm like, really? For junk? So the nutritional value of this pack is incredible. And the other thing I want to share is that, so my daughter is a runner, and really she's very thin and lean because she's a runner, but she comes home and takes the snack and takes this KVB, and because of all the nutrients to help repair the body. So our body needs these things. And so for me, I have a very big sweet tooth, but when I take that shake, which is so yummy, I cannot believe, I am not a shake person. I totally don't enjoy the powdery type of thing, never have. And when I had this, I even said when I made the shake yesterday for Rob, I'm like, it is so creamy. It is so smooth. I can't believe how good it tastes. So I take it, and when I take it, what I realize, absolutely the clarity is there, but the craving is completely gone. Like I don't crave a piece of chocolate. I don't crave salt, potato chips, or anything like that. And so I know when I drink it, it just makes my body feel so good. So energetically, it's really not just the taste, but just the feeling of it when you drink that KVB is amazing. And I love the paleo bars. I was just talking with Bing, she gave me a snack that had dates and walnuts in it, and it was delicious. But when I looked at the paleo bars, even the new ones, every one of those paleo bars have dates in it. There are great healing properties, and the Middle Eastern countries have always used dates. And I think he was telling me if you take seven dates a day, like you'd be really, really healthy. Well, there's got to be at least 3 or 4 dates in each of those paleo bars. So I'm thinking, well, no wonder. I mean, way back, a long time people understood the properties of dates and the healing, how it balances out your body. And that's another point I wanted to add when you're talking about balancing. I never thought of managing your weight as being in balance. With Nikken, we always talk about our body being in balance with our technologies like the water and the sleep and the air. But I never thought about balancing out and supporting our body with nutrition. I get that it helps balance my body, but to do it in a balanced way, and it's such an easy, everyday program, for both somebody that wants to manage the weight to give it away, or for somebody that wants to maintain and be healthy. It is quite easy and to balance our decisions when it comes to eating the foods. So I absolutely love this program. You know, Robert is doing the whole program. I do parts of it because that tea is, I don't need it every day because I have lots of energy. So, but it's great for the teenagers and the college students that are, you know, wanting to drink the Red Bull. This is such a better option than going to 7-Eleven and buying that junk that they sometimes want to get because they don't know better. So really, we need to go out there and get the word out. So I think it's really important. And I also have a lot of elderly people that are thinking if they drink Ensure that they're getting all the nutritional value, and that's not true. They really need this KVD that has all these phenomenal nutritional values and not giving them any sugar, you know, junk. Everything is clean and organic. You can't get a better food source that is convenient. And so for my elderly clients, it's a huge benefit too.
Ruth, I completely forgot to mention that the KVB is has a wonderful sweet taste, but it's based on monk fruit, which is a non-caloric food that's been used for centuries in Asia because it's 300 times sweeter than sugar gram for gram, but it has no calories and it doesn't interact at all with the pancreas or the insulin system. So that's what they used to sweeten the KVB, which is amazing. And then there's also another thing that starts with M, the moringa, which Nikken recently added because it's a total, like you said, balanced nutrition. It's been used also, again, for hundreds of years. And the body loves it because it's very high in nutrients, antioxidants, and things that help rebalance the system. So they have added that this year to the KVB, and it's part of the program. So I wanted to be sure and get those in.
Yeah, that's a great point, Randy, because when they first added the moringa, I thought, I'm going to Google it. And when you Google it, all the properties that came up that were phenomenal for your health, I was like, wow, this is heavy duty stuff. And here now we've added it into our KVB. So it just is amazing all the nutrients we're getting in this, 10 ounce, 12 ounce glass. We actually do it with water. It's plenty sweet. And it's, like I said, it's really creamy. And of course, as a treat, sometimes I'll put a banana and then Brody Creighton taught us, and a tablespoon of organic peanut butter, and it tastes like a Reese's Pieces cake. And yesterday we put a handful of spinach in there and just put it in a blender. There's just so many things you can do with it to make it more filling and to make it more nutritious if you want. Or you can just, what my daughter does is just takes a scoop and puts in, stirs up in water. And when she first started drinking, she says, "Can I have another one?" And I'm like, I think we should do this slowly. But, so for teenagers to say, wow, it tastes so good, I want more. And I have clients that have little kids, 3 and 4-year-olds that just don't eat well because they're picky eaters. They give them the KVB as a snack so they get the nutrients. So it's all ages can benefit. I actually haven't tried it with my dog. I wonder if animals that bad. So, because my dog gets a lot of our nutritionals. So
it's a wonderful little shaker you can take with you. So you can take that anywhere. Just put it in a little jar, take it to your job or on the road. Truly amazing.
Yes. And so I actually put it in a small Ziploc bag for my daughter. So when she goes for a track meet, she's there for like 3 or 4 hours, and she runs the first race and she runs the last race. She needs some fuel in between. And then we just put the powder in, 10 ounces of water and shake it up, and she just drinks it and just feels energetic. And I know that she's getting those good nutrients, right? She's not grabbing a bag of potato chips like the other kids are, because they have a snack bar at these track meets, right? That doesn't
right.
So it's really nice to have that option. Okay, so I want to see, does anybody else have any questions? Karen, Cheryl, Joy, we can't hear you. So if we can't hear you, can go hover over your cursor, and the bottom has a chat option, and you can type something if you'd like, and we'll do our best to answer the questions. I'm just trying to think any other notes that I wanted to make sure I shared. Just pretty much it's really for everybody, for the elderly, for adults, for teenagers, for children. It just has such a great, easy, digestible, nutritional for the body. And that is really key. I will tell you, I grew up in an acupuncture family, didn't have a lot of meds in my system. So I have a very sensitive system, but taking the digestion and the detox has been very gentle. It's really a nice feeling. And having a shake that's not chalky is wonderful. So yeah, okay. Well then, we're good. I've got to figure out how to do this. And I'm going to end the recording. And